She slept in the most secure room in the house, on the tile floor in the basement with the family's dog. Under a Missouri Jesus. There are trans girls out here that would be down for sleeping with a dog on a tile floor. I'm just saying, puppy girls are weird. Moving on.
But that is not this case.
But that is not this case. Hey everyone. So we wanted to share something horrifying with you. I don't even know how to begin this. I'm just going to throw it out there and y'all just can look at it. Missouri law prevents divorce during pregnancy, even in cases of violence. The statute, which can lead to reproductive coercion in a state that has banned abortion, has recently gained nationwide attention. Yeah. In a state that banned abortion, again, Missouri is a hellscape. If you live there, I'm sorry. The St. Louis Arch is not enough to fix this. I'm sorry. At 6 months pregnant, H decided enough was enough. She had endured years of abuse from her husband and had recently discovered he was physically violent towards her child. She contacted an attorney to help get a divorce, but she was stopped short. Her lawyer told her that she could not finalize a divorce in Missouri because she was pregnant. I just absolutely felt defeated, she said. H returned to the house she shared with her abuser, sleeping in her child's room on the floor, and continued to face violence. On the night before she gave birth, she slept in the most secure room in the house, on the tile floor in the basement with the family's dog. Under a Missouri Jesus, fuck. There are trans girls out here that would be down for sleeping with a dog on a tile floor. I'm just saying, puppy girls are weird. Moving on.
But that is not this case.
But that is not this case.
This is the exact opposite of that.
Under a Missouri statute that has recently gained nationwide attention, every petitioner for divorce is required to disclose their pregnancy status. In practice, experts say those who are pregnant are barred from legally dissolving their marriage. The application of law is an outright ban, says Danielle Drake, attorney at Parks and Drake. When Drake learned her then husband was having an affair, her own divorce stalled because she was pregnant. 2 other states have similar laws, Texas and Arkansas. Why am I not surprised, Texas? It took H 3 months after the birth of her second child to muster the finances and courage to file for divorce again. She believed that she had been able to obtain a divorce when she first tried. She would have been able to leave an abusive environment many months earlier. At least she got out. Fuck. The original intent of the statute of Missouri was to originated in 1973. Was noble. Ashley Anune, a Democratic representative, said, as it
tried to ensure that a mother and her child were provided for by settling custody arrangements, child support after the child's birth. But, in practice, it has created barriers for pregnant people seeking divorce. The precise number of women the current statute affects is unknown. No entity collects this information. But the problem, Services, a nonprofit that provides support services to people experiencing violence in Greater Kansas City, said that they regularly receive requests for support from pregnant women unable to divorce abusive husbands because of the law. Advocates warn the law can enable reproductive coercion, a term referring to behaviors that aim to control the course of another person's reproductive autonomy. Common examples include forcing a person to continue or terminate a pregnancy, sabotaging their birth control, or tracking their ovulation cycle. By the way, we do have some of our other videos have gone more into the cycle of abuse and power and control wheels. Now, one of the things that abusers try is also getting somebody pregnant, so that way they have to stay in the relationship with them and continue dependent on them. This is a decently common tactic. All right. Reading?
Yes.
When the abuse was ongoing, H says she could not have used the term to describe her experience. She does now. Her first child was 6 months old when she was raped by her former husband and became pregnant again. I think he knew in his mind that it would keep me as his property, H told The Guardian. Wow.
Take a minute. Ayun recently introduced...
No. This happened to my mom. Not quite that.
Oh.
She didn't get pregnant, but there was an attempt when, like, all of us were basically, like, nearly grown. Oh, yeah, no, this happened. Yeah, it's all right.
Thanks. I hate it. Ayun recently introduced House Bill 2402, which would give a family court judge more discretion to grant an expedited divorce in cases of pregnancy. I want a judge to be able to look at this and say, okay, you're right, this is a situation where we need to close this divorce out, Ayun said. The bill has yet to be brought to a vote. Missouri, in particular, particularly restrictive when it comes to reproductive health and autonomy. It was one of the first to ban abortion after Roe v. Wade was overturned in 2022, including in cases of rape and incest. Wow, Missouri, keep on failing. Research shows that abortion restrictions can effectively give cover to reproductive coercion and sexual violence. The National Hotline on Domestic Violence said it saw a 99% increase in calls during the first year after the loss of constitutional right to abortion. Holy okay, that's... Advocates are currently trying to gather enough signatures to put a constitutional amendment on the ballot that would make abortion legal until fetal viability around 24 weeks. In Missouri, homicide was the third leading cause of deaths in connection with pregnancy between 2018 and 2022, the majority, 75%, of which occurred among Black women, according to a 2023 report by Missouri Department of Health and Senior Services, which examined maternal mortality data. In every case, the perpetrator was a former or current partner, and in 2022, 23,252 individuals in the state received services after reporting domestic violence, according to the latest reporting of the Missouri Coalition Against Domestic and Sexual Violence, which compiles data from direct service providers in the state. I don't believe it's hyperbole.
When I say this legislation could literally save lives, said Matthew Huffman, Chief Public Affairs Officer at Missouri Coalition Against Domestic and Sexual Violence, a statewide membership association of domestic and sexual violence service providers. Having the agency and ability to file a divorce, quote, the agency and ability to have a divorce finalized puts you in a place where you can begin to regain control of your life. True.
So,
yeah.
Here's the thing we got to talk about with this just briefly, is that, again, the Republican Party has signaled the fact that they hate divorce. Steven Crowder did this before he disappeared off the planet and was kicked off summarily. Other people have talked about wanting to get rid of no-fault divorce because they think it destroys families, when in reality, they just want to control women. The issue with this is that these types of laws are the same kind of restrictions that were used on Roe v. Wade and abortion laws, because my guess is that Republicans are going to keep using the same tactic, which is they're going to keep nickel and diming rights until eventually what their goal is to keep pushing until something either gets to the Supreme Court and they win, or they can nickel and dime it enough that it's still there in principle, but in actual practice, it's not there at all. In this case, not being able to divorce while pregnant, I mean, all it takes is your abuser to assault you, and if you get pregnant, you're now stuck with them for 9 months. That is a horror show. No one should have to go through that. H shouldn't have to go through that. The fact that Missouri is allowing this just proves that it is the trash bowl of the United States. Second only to Florida. But yeah, this stuff is just made to hurt women. It is made to control women. These people do not care about the children. They do not care about husband, or they don't care about the wives. They care only about control. That's why abortion was taken away. And you know what? It has absolutely screwed the Republicans. Abortion right now is probably going to be one of the major things in this election. Hopefully, by making these horrors people aware of these horrors, be more likely to not vote for the insane orange man. Orange man bad is what I've heard, right?
And the hard part is that I am aware that some people have some spiritual religious issues with abortion. The issue is that the way the law is going about it right now is creating so much extra direct harm because of it. This is just an issue. Like, we can't get around just the sheer amount of fucked up things that are happening because of these bans.
Well, and additionally, like, one of the things I saw was some of the states are doing that thing where they want to like charge the women with like homicide if they get an abortion, right? And the joke of this is that, like, I saw a sign, there was someone holding up a sign, I was on Twitter, it was like a protest, and it said, hey, if I'm going to go to jail for homicide anyway, I might as well kill my rapist. Not that I'm all for retributive justice, but it is a very funny sign.
The irony in what's expected of people.
Also, I want to think about this for a second, because again, marital rape is a thing. Like, I know Republicans like to pretend that that's impossible because you're married and I guess your wife's vagina is just yours, I guess, but that's not how that works. So yeah, I wanted to talk about this. Me and Zizi wanted to go over it just because, as much as it's bad news, it is a question about harm and being aware of these things. This is the enemy. These are the people that want to harm us and do these things. Yes, it's also made to harm trans men. That idea of the gore in the gourd is 100% correct. It's just as dangerous for us. 1,000%. Non-binary people, AFAB people especially, yes, 100%.
Oh no, even if you're a husband who's being abused by, like, your wife, no, this still fucks you. It doesn't matter who you are in any of this. Like, none of this makes any sense. And also, it is, if they actually cared about the issue of, okay, people still need support after having a child, right? You still need financial, if you had financial ties to somebody.
They would just give them benefits.
Yeah, they could just give them state benefits. They could still mediate the divorce proceedings, right? And make sure that there's a good enough split, because you can do that. Like, it is absolutely possible to make laws that actually address the issue. Ugh, I would so much rather just address the issue. Isn't that the theme all the time, though? Like,
yes.
Yeah, that's always the theme here.
So yeah, just our 2 cents on this. This sucks a lot, and we hope that this law gets passed to fix this, but I'm not holding my breath because let's, again, be really clear that Missouri is a hellscape.
Please keep an eye on voting. Please, if there's any ways that you can work with organizations in your area, do so. Look up who they are. Find out. Have resources for them. Give them to friends if they need them. Right? Volunteer if you can. Donate money if you're able to. If you're not able to, don't worry. Volunteering and just time and word of mouth is really helpful.
Yeah, and again, like, pick and choose who you're watching too. One of the things that I want to be really clear about this is that in the upcoming election, like, there are streamers who are working with, like, Progressive Victory or are, making an effort to get people off petitioning. Follow those people, whoever is the least detestable to you. Because honestly, I'm going to be really, like, 1,000% on this. I think it is important to do real activism and get out there, because your choice of who you're watching and what you're doing and where you're putting your money is really important. And again, speak to the people who are mature, who are doing what they say they're going to do, and the people who are trying to hopefully mobilize things. And my hope is, if this channel ever gets bigger and we don't keep losing subs, is that what will happen eventually is that we will hopefully be able to do these things ourselves. But that's a future hope. But with that said, we will see you guys in the next one. All right?